Taylor, before we start, shut up, there's sunlight. We're working with what we got. Okay, now go.
4 minutes. My life story. Lived a good childhood. And I think my entirety of my K through 12 experience could be described as being and befriending the underdogs. I fit in more with the misfits and even the druggies. Even though I never really did drugs, I was at all the parties where the drugs were. But I liked that. In high school, I was in choir. I have a varsity jacket with pins on it for choir. I went to Eastern Michigan University, and I originally thought I wanted to be a music therapist, but then I decided I should probably make money and decided to be an occupational therapist because I always wanted to help people. I ended up getting a minor in psychology and in human biology. I took 16 to 18 credits a semester so that I could get through college extra fast. It was never a problem. And then I got into grad school. We started experimenting more with like the idea of polyamory. We met this couple and I was like, shit, I'm pansexual and I'm polyamorous. Like, what have I been doing? Which is when I met my first relationship that wasn't Nick. I was incredibly stressed at that time. I was having sort of like panic attacks trying to get my thesis done. I almost failed that, and it got me thinking that I was, a terrible, no good person and a fraud. But I graduated, and then we got married and moved up to the UP, to the middle of nowhere, away from everybody and anybody, and I fell into a depression. My wedding was beautiful. By no means did I think anything ever could go wrong in my relationship with my ex-husband. We met, another person who we brought into our relationship. It all fell apart rather quickly. I got diagnosed with ADHD and tried to deal with that diagnosis. I started getting a little more suicidal, and it started to get a little more scary because I had a little bit more impulsiveness and ability to move. One night it got so bad that I decided to self-admit, and I did for a week, where I was also diagnosed with depression and anxiety, and that was in February. I got way better after that, thank God for medications, and I did a group coaching group for ADHD called ADHD Rewired, and he also does a podcast, which I recommend. In the middle of that was when I realized that I was not going to be able to fix my relationship if nobody was on the same board as I was. That's what really put the linchpin in it. That was in May. And then I moved back home. And it's been okay. Sort of met this really great guy finally. Been talking to him for a while.
Heyo.
I've gone through with my big dream of getting a RV to drive around the country. Put my health and my dreams first, which is something I've never ever really done. I sort of made my dreams other people's dreams, and I think I'm done with that. So that's it. Yeah. I hope some of this was pretty.